A very good afternoon to all. Thank you for being here today. Welcome to Tally CA Connect. We have with us Rajendra sir, who knows TallyPrime inside out and always bring with him a new and interesting feature of Tally for us. I can say that we are all TallyPrime users, but yet we are not using all the features of TallyPrime to the most effective way. So let's make most of it today, and where Rajendra sir will show us how to generate Form 26Q from TallyPrime. And before we begin, I would just like to remind once again, if you know of any QuickBook users who are still struggling with data migration and looking for a software to maintain their accounts and compliances, please encourage them to seek help from Tally support team. Or you can write to us. We'll be there to help you with anything we can do.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks all. So the today's topic is again important for us, which is TDS from Tally. And just for working, I'm opening one file. Just a minute. Yes. So some PAN card numbers just I have selected here. And one process flow, which we can see in Tally directly. Now, see what we are going to cover in this session. Once it is started, it may be possible that some kind of processes will take some time, or some kind of processes will take a little bit time. Okay, so my suggestion is to all, please make sure that you have your notebook and pen near about it, because topics are actually important for next coming financial year. The TDS is normally started from a financial year beginning date, 1st April, because from that date, Tally is going to consider all its norms, which we are going to configure. Okay, so one is regular TDS. Then we're going to see TDS on advance payments. So in this scenario, first advance is given, then purchase invoice is received, that service invoice is received. Then deductions of TDS in case of 15G, 15H, it means lower or zero rated deduction declarations. Then payment of TDS Challan, which is Challan 281. Then Challan reconciliation, generate 26Q, then validate, and then we are going to upload how to create 26Q if you file. Okay, and last, if we have sufficient time, then we are going to see some use cases. What happens if user is not deducting TDS even though it is eligible? Then what happens if after TDS return generation, vouchers are altered by user or deleted by user? Okay, so these types of scenario also we are going to consider here. So let's start with Tally directly. Okay, so I am creating one fresh company so that from scratch we are going to learn here. Some participants are in waiting, madam. So if possible, then add them. Just here I am putting one TDS demo session. I'm just skipping some fields, email ID, phone, etc. And this is my financial year and books beginning date. So first company is created, completely fresh company we are going to create here. And see at the right side, temporary I am disabling GST so that it will not disturbing our data voucher entries. So TDS enable. Okay, there are certain stages while you are going to implement any tax in Tally, any tax, GST, TDS, TCS, or any other. There are certain stages, only 4 stages. One is to enable that feature in your data. This is the first stage. So I am enabling the feature. Tally will ask me corresponding information regarding that tax, like GST, then TDS or TCS. So here is the TDS registration number. Okay, this is the first stage we are enabling TDS. So what is TAN registration number and what is tax deduction and collection account number? Normally tax deduction and collection account number is with you. Once that number is registered with NSDL portal, that new portal is traces. So it gives one 12-digit registration number that will be your TAN registration number. It means TAN is a separate number and TAN registration number may be a separate number. Okay. So here I am putting one number. Then by default, Tally showing you only two categories, company and individual. If you want number of categories here, deductor types, it is called as deductor types. Press F12 and you can tell here that show all deductor types. Yes. If you have some surcharge related settings, then enable this feature. Now see, all deductor types are there. So I'm taking just one option here for company. Okay, any branch is there? Then set alter details for person responsible. What is this? So TDS itself but income tax, like an income tax, but it is deducted from a deductee, his bills, on which services those are listed by government itself, which is available on portal. But the person who is going to deduct TDS, that may not be a owner, may not be a proprietor or director. That person may be a defer, maybe accountant or manager. So just you have to put here yes, and just enter all information of that responsible person, his name, son, daughter, and these types. And here is the note. This information will be used for form 27A, that is covering form, covering letter. Okay, so just temporary, I am selecting here no. And from here, our TDS journey started. So please keep with your notes. See, ignore IT exemption limit means suppose you want to deduct TDS on each and every bill, each and every invoice, which is liable for that service and that party. Means consultancy service, labor charges, security charges, interest, whatever. But you don't want to maintain threshold limits. Like X limit is there, then TDS is applicable. Like 194J is the section for professional fees. And the limit is, threshold limit is 30,000. Suppose you want to avoid that limit. You want to deduct TDS even though invoice is available for 100 rupees. Then only set here yes. Means Tally will not consider exemption limits. Okay, otherwise set here no. Okay. Then it may be possible that your deductor is going to create a ledger under inventory item. Like I can create ITR filing fee under stock item also. So that is a new scenario, but just forget it. And there are some items also, stock items, TDS is eligible. So put here no, accept, nothing to do here, save. Simple, first stage is completed, enable features for your company. Now we are going to create ledgers, create a ledger. First ledger, I am creating here for TDS. Let's take 1%. Okay. I am selecting here duties and taxes. So TDS is available. Now, okay, this is the second stage. First is company level configuration, which is enabled, which is one-time settings. Then ledgers configuration, that first ledger is TDS. Now see here, nature of payment is given by Tally. And suppose you don't want to select or don't want to map any nature of payment to your ledger, then enter here any. Means I want to create a ledger which is not specified by any percentage, not specified by any law or any section. Okay. In that case, you can put any. Otherwise, I'm putting a proper payment category. Here create. Now see how to create payment category. This is also one-time task. See, right side of the button is there, helper. Press helper button, click. Tally will show you all categories where TDS is applicable. So that 1% is I am taking for contract. See, payment to contractors, section 194C, and it is 94C clause. So Tally will consider all information. Now, see, the window is small. First time by default window is small. You can press here F12. There are some more additional settings. Just I am taking here all options. Yes. So that we can learn in detail. Okay. I'm not avoiding anything here. See, remittance code means if I am going to pay this amount to government treasury account, then what is the code? So I don't know currently. So just I can skip here. Okay. That is available on government portal or NSDL portal. So this category is belonging to transport category? No. This category is belonging to software royalty? No. So is it, see, 37 BC is the separate clause. Okay, that is applicable for non-resident of India, NRIs persons. So it is also not available. Yes. So value limit for a single bill. So there are two types of threshold limits. One is limit for a single bill, okay, which is as per law 30,000. So I am taking payment to contractors. That is called as 194C level section, and threshold limit is for single is 30,000 and overall 1 lakh. Okay. So TDS rates with PAN, without PAN. For whom? Which is individual or HUF, or next category is for others. So for individual it is 1%, and if PAN not available, it will be 20%. For non-individuals, it is 2%. PAN not available is 20%. And threshold limit 1 lakh rupees for whole year. That is called as threshold limit, exemption limit. See, if I select here 194J, which is a you can say professional fees. Okay, then there is no limit for single bill or threshold limit. It is 30,000 for both. Okay, so this way there are payment categories which you have to create in Tally. So enter. Okay, so payment to contractor category is created. One time is required only. Now my expenditure ledger, which is I can say labor charges. Because of time, I have to take fast. Okay, anyone have any doubt? Please write down. Indirect expenditure, direct expenditure, whatever your business is there. Select TDS is applicable. Yes, that ledger is belonging to the categories given by income tax department. Yes. So TDS is applicable is must. You have to select here. Then you have to select your category. Yes, that is belonging under 194C, which is payment to contractor. Accept. Now I have to create a party. So to create a party, I have to select one party which is having, see that this is the party name, which is having a PAN number, and that PAN number fourth letter is C. It means that company is belonging under company category. Okay, so I'm pasting here, selecting here sundry creators, maintain bill by bill, and these types of settings you can do. Is TDS deductible? Yes. See, confusion is normally in this stage of ledger creation. TDS is deductible for this company, yes or no, you have to select. But that limit is crossed or not, that will be calculated by Tally itself. Don't worry about that. Okay. So here I know that company is belonging under company not resident. Select here from deducted type. Okay. Now the question is, select TDS, deduct TDS in same voucher. Yes, by default tally given yes. Because TDS, if you are not deducting in same voucher, you have to raise a debit note or a JV for deductions. And in that case, it may be possible that party take money and just run away, and then your accountant just tell your owner, sir, we have mistakenly not deducted TDS and party payment is done. So that TDS you have to pay to the government from your own pocket. So instead of raising a debit note or journal voucher at the month end, just set this option yes, which is given by Tally by default yes. And please mention here PAN. Without PAN, it will be considered 20%. So I am just copy pasting here PAN number. And here is also mistake. People are just copying the cell. Normally, people are copying cell and pasting in Tally here. So please see here is a space. So then don't copy like that. You have to copy from content. By default, that mistake is done. So validation will be in problem. Okay, provide PAN detail. I will just tell you in later. Yes, part is done. So let's start with entries. Okay. See, it is a completely scratch company. We don't have anything in this data, no in entries. So it is better to learn from zero. Purchase. So in my many sessions also I am telling participants why to pass purchase entry and not purchase a journal or payment or any others. Okay. So I am just changing here mode, change mode, account invoice, because it is a service bill. Okay. So I am taking here 1st April bill number 1. That party is available. Yes. Now labor charges. And we know the limit is 30,000 for single bill, 1 lakh for whole year. But I am taking here only 15,000. 15,000. Let's try with selecting TDS ledger. See, TDS is not deducted because limit is not crossed by single bill value or also not crossed by whole year. Okay, so just I'm passing here entry and accept. Let's take on 10th April. That is bill number 2 or maybe bill number 5, whatever. That party is sending me sales invoice. Labor charges. Now, instead of 15,000, okay, the invoice is received for 35,000. Means first invoice was 15,000. Second invoice is 35,000. And see what happens. TDS is deducted at 2%. Okay, 2% on 35,000 because the company is belonging under company. That customer is belonging under company category. The fourth letter of PAN is my company. Okay. Okay, then, but see, I'm telling here rules also. The rule is saying the TDS is eligible. Once the TDS is eligible for that party, you have to deduct TDS on previous bills also. Okay. So let's see how Tally is going to handle this type of scenario. For time being, I'm taking instead of 35,000, I'm again taking 25,000. And let's see, TDS is not deducting. It means a single bill value is crossed, so TDS is eligible. Okay, so I'm again sharing, I am saving same bill with 25,000 without TDS again. So 2 invoices without TDS. Let's take on next day, bill number 6 or whatever, select party, select labor charges, and now we are going to select 35,000 TDS. So TDS is deducted 700, and see, there is a message below that bill. There is a note, which note is saying that how, see, first breakup of this bill, how Tally is going to handle. Why it is happens 35,000 CR and 700 DR debit. When suppose you entered directly net amount here, that is also okay. 34,300, that is also okay. But when a time is there, and in a year maybe possible that next party is going to reconcile your books with his statement, then he will ask you, so we have given 35,000 bill and you are passing 34,700, 300. So in that case, you have to just share him. So that was 35,000 and your 700 rupees is TDS. So this is why Tally is going to mention by this way. Now, most important, very important thing here. If I'm pressing yes, accept, please check what happens. I'm pressing here yes, accept. This is the magic of Tally. Tally is showing one pop-up message. TDS is not deductible for the previous bills for Mr. this XYZ party. Do you want to deduct now? Means TDS is not deducted for previous year bills, 15,000 and 25,000, whatever. And the note is there. This message will appear only once when exemption limit is crossed. Once limit is crossed, that TDS is, means suppose a limit is crossed 35,000 below that limit, okay, and this message appears, that message will never appear next time. So I am putting here yes. Now check what happens. Then Tally is asking me on 11th April till date. See, till date 11 April. Yes, that part is selected. Nature is selected. Section is selected for TDS ledger, duty ledger. Okay, accept. That is the best feature of Tally. See, previous bill was 15,000, 2%, 300 rupees. 25,000, 2%, 500 rupees. Total deduction is done in a journal voucher, and mostly only in this case, Tally put a journal voucher in single mode. See here, journal voucher in a single entry mode. Normally it is not happens in Tally. You cannot pass single mode entry. Okay, it is automated entry. Just check what happens. Against reference, I am putting here 15,000, which is 300. Against reference, 25,000, which is 500, and accept. Okay, now see, that entry is now in debit credit format. So this is the simple task we done. Now let's take one example of that same party. On next day, bill number 8 is given, same party, and let's do one mistake. Let's do one mistake here. Let's take 12,000. Okay, now once limit is crossed, Tally automatically calculated TDS. But assume that ledger is not considered by your accountant, that user. No problem. Tally is going to take debit amount and credit amount, and the amount will be going to store here. No any error, no any message, no any pop-up, nothing is there to show you. Accept. We know that is wrong, that is a mistake, but it will be normally happens in data. So how to detect and how to repair it, that is our task. Okay, Just wait. I have some chat messages, but I'm not taking these messages. Please wait. I'm not taking so much examples. I'm just taking 2, 3 examples. Okay. So till here, we learn about regular TDS. Within limit, after limit. Okay. Now just create one party. This party we are going to create a CA name. Okay. Just selecting another party because it is not 194J. I'm taking only 194C. So I'm creating here one party. So will number 1 or maybe 11, whatever that new party is. Paste. Sundry creators. TDS is applicable. I am selecting a resident Indian. And here I am putting a PAN. So what happens? Our TDS return will be automatically fulfilled. So what is the scenario? PAN is available. Okay. And labor charges I am taking here and only 20,000. Obviously, TDS will be not deducted. I know TDS will be not eligible. Accepting it. Only one entry that party have. Let's take one another. This party.
Rajendra sir, sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt.
Yeah.
Just that if you can just open your Q&A box in front of you so that some queries which can be taken directly as you're talking can be, answered.
Okay. Please direct your, okay, just a minute. Question and answers. Okay. Can we have payment to contractors, company and non-company? Yeah. I'm taking it. Just a minute. Then what happens if the exemption limit is crossed in second quarter? Yes, that can also taken. Then can you please show the setting once again for TDS? Okay, wait. Just wait. I am showing that also. Let's complete this entry first. All questions are interested questions. I am taking all questions. Don't worry. Here I am creating a party and I am selecting here as TDS applicable. That party is resident and I am not taking any PAN number here. So let's take this scenario also. We don't have that PAN and putting some voucher which is eligible for TDS like 55,000. Okay. So automatically what happens? Because of the PAN is not available and the company is resident company, but even resident or not, prior company or individual HUF, in both case, if PAN not available, 20% is the rate. So 55,000 into 20% TDS is deducted 11,000. So let's assume that is okay, that company is not having PAN. So that scenario is also taken. Okay. So someone is asking for me TDS settings. Just see here. A TDS ledger you have to create under duties and taxes. Sub-tax types is TDS. You have to create here new nature, whatever nature you want. Suppose I want to create here 194J. So just go in helper, put your any word. If you know about your category, if you know about your section, okay. So 194J have multiple selections here. I can choose fees for professional services. Okay, JB. Select here and yes, transport category obviously no, sub royalties no, single bill value 30,000 or 10% is deductible for all and threshold limit is also 30,000. Okay, so as your chart is given by CA or internet or whatever your websites, that chart you have to follow and put here all information. Okay, so I think that is answered by me. Okay, so here I am not updating anything. If I want to create a new ledger, okay, then I can put my TDS by this way. TDS 10%, 94J, and I can put here TDS and that second category of fees and professional. This way you can put your ledgers. Okay, so let's take one scenario, another scenario. But before taking that scenario, let's check our 26Q. What is available in 26Q now as on same position? Okay, either from go to, you can press 26Q. Okay, or the simple way is display statutory information, TDS and 26Q. Now see, one in error. Okay, and see what is a format given by Tally, that is called as triangulation reports. Okay, I'm detecting about this report letter. Just see, 20,000 is there, which is under exemption limit. We know that party, we passed one entry and nothing is there to cross that limit. Okay, so that party is under exemption limit, that is reported separately. That is rule under income tax. You have to report those eligible party transactions also, which is not deductible for TDS. Okay, because of the limit is exempted, and that one is deduction is there, shortage. Okay, and here is the question someone is asking for: what happens if limit is crossed in next quarter? Okay, so here is the previous period, current period, and total. Okay, so I will pass one entry for a party again. Okay, Patel Enterprise, that is firm. Okay, and slightly I have to go
Under
fast.
Q&A also, I think related
Yeah.
questions are there.
Yeah, sorry. When registration of TAN or TAN deduct is mandatory for a proprietor, example, turnover exceeding rupees 50 lakhs with a supplier or buyer. See, that 50 lakhs turnover is the concept which is TDS or TCS for selling goods, other goods. Okay, we are considering the regular TDS first, then that clause I am going to consider. This TDS you are talking about, Mr. I think Arun Saraf. This TDS is new introductory TDS. Okay, I am taking it, but after this completion of this session, then if I change configuration for TDS as shown by you in my current data, will it affect entries or no? Yes, that is a nice question. So that we are taking this session in March. First thing, you have to enable TDS, and once it is enabled, it will not impacting my previous data. Even previous bills, suppose a party have already crossed the limit before enabling TDS feature, these bills are not considered for tally, because after enabling TDS you have to cross the limit. So that is the interesting part of tally, and for that I am sharing one solution also after end of the session. Then what will happen if setting is done, say after passing entries? Yes, that is the same question. So that will be a task for you. I will tell you what to do. Okay. Moving to next. Let's take that party we have already created and which is under exemption limit. Which was it? Just wait. Yeah. MG Traders. MG Traders is not crossing limit in this quarter. And let's assume his limit is crossed in second quarter. So I am passing entry to MG Trader. So that another scenario we are going to add. Here I am taking 1st July. 1st July bill number, MG Trader. And let's see about labor charges again. Okay. And 20,000 was already done. And for to cross, either I have to pass 30,000 entry, or more than 30,000, means 36,000. Okay. Or I have to pass 80,000, 81,000. Okay, to cross 1 lakh. So 1% TDS. Now TDS is done 1% on 36,000. Yes, done. Now see, when limit is crossed in next quarter, accept. So obviously in MG Traders case, this is the first time when limit is crossed. Tally is prompting me one message. I am putting yes. I want to deduct TDS for that party. I have to select here MG trader, payment to contractor, and TDS ledger, just passing one entry. Done. Now see, the question asked was very smart one. So this is the first quarter, 1st April to 30 June. What happens? In first quarter, that party is reported under this criteria, under exemption limit. Because in that case, in that return, that period, it is not crossing 30,000 single bill or even not crossing 1 lakh for a whole year. Now, 1st July to 30 September, sorry, 1st July to 30 September. See what happens. 36,000 is the bill, 360 TDS is deducted, okay, and expected TDS was deducted was 560, okay. There is a shortage, okay. So let's see what happens. Next one. So I'm completing one by one first. TDS on advance payments, okay. Take that. What happens? The time we have only till 4:30. So I'm trying to give you all information first. Then we can discuss some scenarios or arrays. Okay. Here I am putting one party, new party is there. Not required new party, I think. Which is advance. Okay, advance payment. Okay. So for time being, we can take a new party. See what happens. It will be easy to understand you all because we are creating different parties. So create a ledger, new party. Just wait, I am taking question answers also. Sundry creators. Is TDS applicable? Yes. And it is a resident. Okay. And I have to pass here PAN number. It is proprietor. Paste and accept. Okay, party is created. Let's do an advance payment, which is a 5 payment. Okay, and please mention again one note in your notebook that bill to bill mentioned is must. Okay, you have to mention yes for bill to bill. Maintain bill by bill, yes. So in you can take in first quarter, 15th May. 15th May, I'm paying cash to new party. Just a minute. Seva. And assume that I'm use some advance of 31,000. Okay. And you have to select here advance. Please keep in mind, if you are not selecting advance here, that will be not considered for your next billing. Okay. So I'm selecting here advance 31,000 and TDS is applicable as 1%, which is 310, and I am putting here accept. Now assume that on 15th May, 31,000 I am given, and on 30 May, that party is going to send me an invoice of that bill again. See, this scenario is important for us. What happens? Labor charges will be there. And we given 31,000 as advance. It is tally showing here 31,000 as debit balance is there. And now I am taking here, suppose 65,000 was the actual bill. I am taking here TDS ledger. Yes. As you select that party which is having some advances and TDS is deducted in that advance, Tally is prompting a new message for me. Message saying adjust against advance for TDS payment. Yes or no? Why yes or no? It should be adjusted automatically. But please consider what is saying in the rule of TDS. Suppose that advance is given to the party is the same party, but that advance is not for this contract. That 65,000 is given here. The work is different and that work order is different. There are two different orders. Then why should I adjust that advance against this bill? In that case, I can put here no. I don't want to adjust this advance. And suppose I am saying here no, Tally will deduct TDS on only 65,000, that bill amount directly. And suppose I am putting here yes, that advance is against this bill. So Tally will show me a new window. Please check here. I am putting here yes. Now Tally is asking me which advance you want to adjust, because it may be possible that advances are not only one or two, maybe 3 or 4 advances you are given. Because in a big industry, first advance is given for 10% on first stage, 10% on second stage, 50% on third stage, and remaining will be in final bill. So which advance you want to adjust? So here I am taking against reference. Which one? That 31,000 is Tally is going to show me payment voucher. Okay, enter. 31,000 is adjusted against that invoice. And please note here, this is not bill adjustment window. This is TDS adjustment window. So 31,000 is not eligible for TDS because advance TDS is deducted already in that voucher. Enter. And remaining is new reference. And see here the magic of Tally again. Total 65,000 less 31,000, balance will be 34,000, and 34,000 is eligible for TDS because we deducted TDS on 31,000 already in payment voucher. So no need to deduct TDS on whole amount of 65,000. And what happens? 65,000 bill amount and TDS is deducted only 340. So that's it. It is the only simple adjustment given by Tally, but condition is that you have to mention that advance against advance tab. You cannot say on account. You cannot say against reference. That is not advance. Okay, so that scenario is also done. Just wait, I am taking one question. There are two questions. In contractor's case, the overall limit of 1 lakh has not crossed, but only single bill, then why TDS? So that is rule actually. So you have to check in your rules that given is there. The chart is saying a single bill value or threshold limit at the end of year. Okay, so single bill value if 30,000 is crossed, then it is not necessary to cross your 1 lakh rupees criteria. Okay, please update. And second query is there. TDS report once explained, sir, normal rate and higher rate. Yes, I am taking that also. Don't worry. Then bill has not booked as new reference. How the reference number given to the advance payment? Okay. Bill has been booked as new reference. How the reference number given to the advance payment? Okay. So it not required to give any reference to your advance payment. That advance, we don't know what is the bill number, what is the reference number. How we can know in future? So suppose today is 1st March. How can I know which bill number will be, reference number will be allotted to me for this advance? No. So don't map this type. Directly give your whatever reference by default is coming. Okay. So higher rate I am taking here, higher rate. Okay. See in 26Q, 1st April to 30 June. Okay. So here higher rate and lower rate. I am taking these also. So one party we have created, which is without PAN. Okay. So how to see which party is without PAN? Display, TDS report, and here ledgers without PAN is the menu there. See, enter, and see which party is there. Yeah. Okay, Namre Brothers. So we don't have PAN, but Let's pass one entry to that party. We have one entry already. We have one entry to the party. But see why that party is not there. Display statute report 26Q. Okay. 1st April to 30 June. And see, here is the error. One error is there. Press enter. And that error is showing two types of error. First, master related, second, transaction related. Okay. And which error currently occurred in your 26Q, which is bold. See, all are inactive, but it is bold and there is a number of voucher 1, enter. So Tally is asking me, the Nouri Brothers is not having pen. Yes. Why not having pen? Is it applied? Is it available, but you don't know? Or not available? So I can say not available. Then that errors are 0. And see here, it is under deduct under higher rate. That is activated. Okay. So actually it was planned to show you in next scenario, but let's complete it because of that question answers. Okay. Now I am taking one more scenario, which is 15G and 15H. See here. So move to the party. I have to just copy paste a party name. Again, one party I can take here, which is individual, copy. That party have PAN number also. So create a ledger. Sundry creators, TDS deductible, yes. Party is resident because that fourth letter is P. And I can paste here PAN number. Just a minute. Okay. And I can show here that topic also. What is provide PAN details? See, in one amendment, what happens? There was a problem that there are some proprietary concern names. Like, see, this is not a common name. This is a not a common name, but there are some common names like Mahalakshmi Enterprises. Okay. Then Shan Traders. Then you can say there are many traders. Those are having same proprietary name. Okay. Then what happens while reconciling? It is confusing that which party is that having PAN number. So here you can press yes. Okay. And here name on PAN you can change. Means Samruddhi and Industries may be having 4 different PAN numbers because they have 4 proprietary, different proprietaries. Okay. So which proprietary is which laser? So you can put here name and most important PAN. What happens? Suppose the party having PAN number in between the year, means in April he is crossing limit and in May he is not having a PAN. So we are deducting TDS at 20%. And in June or July, he knows about that TDS is deducted at higher rate. So he has to apply for PAN and he is now providing you PAN details. Then you have to put here that party is giving me PAN details from 1st July or whatever date. Because till that date, it will be deducted at 20% only. And then after that PAN available, it will be considered for PAN 1% or 2% deduction. Okay. So please consider you have to mention effective date here. Okay. This type of date is not available for GST now, but PAN effective date is available for income tax. Okay. It means that party have his PAN, but from 1st April itself. Otherwise, you can say from 1st December. So from 1st December, it will consider 1%. And before December, it will consider for 20% high rate. Okay. So wait, mistakenly I have saved that ledger. We want to see 15G. Okay. So I am again altering that ledger. And here you have to mention one setting again. Press F12 here on any master. And at the end of window, there is option in TDS details. See, allow advanced entries for TDS master. Enable that, yes. Because till now we are watching only simple TDS. Now it is advanced TDS. So here one option is added. Use advanced TDS entries. Yes. See here. Yes. Now Tally is asking you for surcharge exemption. Okay. Then you can see here, ignore income tax exemption limit. So I want to ignore limit for this party. So no. Okay. Then set 0 / lower deduction. Yes. Now, Tally is asking me which category of deduction. So this is a labor deduction. And there are sections 197. It is stating about low deduction, and 197A, which is for 0 rated. It is 0 rated means 15G and 15H. And what is 15G and 15H? So it is available on net. You can see it is a self declaration. Below 60-year age persons can give 15G certificate, and above than persons, senior citizens, are given 15H. So it means a person having only income for suppose interest is there and no any income for that person, so he can apply to department and take that exemptions. Okay, because he has to mention, he has to take refund from government again and again. So I'm taking here 197A low deduction. Okay, certificate number 1234. The certificate is applicable from 1st April to whatever you can take for the whole year. And deduction, TDS deduction is normally 1%, but by some you can say assessed by department, it is specially provided for this party that you can deduct at 0.50% only. Okay, accepted, save. Okay, and I'm passing one entry directly to this party so that I can save some time here. Again, I am not taking that less amount, then more amount. Directly, I am passing 1,10,000. Okay, labor. Okay, here I am putting 1,25,000 directly. Limit is cost and TDS 1%. See, even though it is 1%, TDS is not deducted at 1%. TDS is deducted at 0.50%. 1,25,000 into 0.50% is 625. Save. And slightly fast, I am taking one again party with no deduction, 0 deduction. Okay, so slightly first I'm creating TDS. Yes, it is a resident, and yes, payment to contractor and advance entries. Yes, again I'm putting here 197A 0 rated, certificate number 897 from 1st April to 31st March, and it is 0 rated. So obviously cursor will not go to the 0. It is not again required to say 0. Done. I am putting here labor charges and taking 1,35,000. So I can try here by TDS 1%. Okay, oh sorry, I think PAN is not mentioned here. Yes, see, PAN is not stated here, so it is deducted by 20% directly. So by mistaken, PAN is not mentioned. Without PAN, that certificate is not given by department. See, TDS is not detected now. Yes, so let's see 26Q for quarter first. This is normal rate, but there is a mistake we have done. that one bill amount is there, TDS is not deducted, which is shown in this column, TDS deductible. All TDS are deducted properly. There are some zero rated, there are some under exemption limit, and only thing is available, exempt leave of PAN. So can anyone tell here in chat box that what is exemption in leave of PAN? Till I can take some questions here. So you can just tell me in exemption with leave of PAN, what is the criteria? So bill have booked as, okay, new reference, okay, done. In third quarter, we added an entry of second quarter. Will that after 26Q report? No. So I can take in that also. Why the 26Q report does not show the party name? Yes, we can show that report. Don't worry. There is option to show party name. But government don't want any party name. Even GST report, government don't want any party name. They want only GST number. Advance payments post from bank cash, wherein TDS is deducted. Please mention your entries from purchase. Okay, and advance payment, whatever you have given, okay, that will be considered for deduction. It might show different bank statement. Okay, yes, no problem. Then will the report show in interest as well as, yes, we can take it also. Then for the transporter, yes, when, yes, that is the answer. That is the answer given by person. Okay, thanks for that. Yes, noted. Now, see, we are doing that also.
I think you asked a question, so there's a
Yeah.
reply to it in the chat box.
Yes, one reply is received. That is for transport. Yes, that answer is correct. There is a provision in TDS. If a transporter have PAN number, PAN card details, so not required to deduct TDS. Okay, so we can create a party also, create a ledger. So assume that is there any party remaining? Okay, let's take that C also for transporter. We can take anyone. Sundry creator, TDS is applicable, that is individual. Okay, and see what happens here. Here I have to create a category, new category, which is for transporter. Create, I can see here, payment to transporters. Okay. Actually, it is not separately mentioned. Okay, not required to separately mention in Tally. It is individually 194C, but select 194C. Is it transporter? Yes. Means I want to say here, not required to go inside of helper. Directly, you can directly put here payment to transporter and you can type here these things. Then royalty, no. Okay. Then single bill value, and it is not actually required, but we can put here 35,000. TDS is 1% and 2%. Okay, and 1 lakh. Limit may be 30,000, but I am taking some example here. Okay, is it transporter category? Yes, but see, TDS advance entries is not required now. Oh, just wait. Again, PAN number is missed. So that is normal mistake by persons. PAN is not mentioned and 20% deduction is eligible for that party. Okay, copy and save. So let's say I'm taking here one invoice. And I have to select here one ledger, transport. Indirect expenditure. Actually, this I have to given as a task for all. There should be some task also. Okay, TDS ledger we have to create. Just for information I am creating ledger. It is not required. See, it is not required. That party is eligible. That party is under transport, and we have to mention that party is under transport. Okay, no. Okay, so first we are moving remaining portion, then we are again going on 26Q, and let's see what happens. Okay, now in 26Q we know something is there which is not deducted by user, means user is missing to deduct TDS. Okay, how to sort this matter? First thing, so let's go on voucher, put your date. Suppose I am putting here 31st May. Okay, press F7, journal, and don't make any journal entry normally. Please see at the right side. At the right side, autofill is the button. Autofill. Autofill. Select TDS deduction. Till date. Which till date you want to consider all the vouchers for short deduction. Then select your party. Suppose I am taking this party. Payment to contractors. TDS. See, one invoice was there, which was for 24,000. Okay, sorry, 12,000. And the party is 2% party. Okay. Now TDS is deducted. So all deductible vouchers, which is short deducted or not deducted, you have to pass from autofill. Don't put any normal journal. So I can take here 12,000 bill and accept. Okay. Now most important is how to make payment for TDS. How to make payment for TDS. Press F7, F5 for payment voucher. So when I am going to pay, let's take on 7th June. On 7th June, I am going to pay all TDS. So right side, again, see here, autofill, statutory payment, that is stat payment. And also use this option for your GST payment also. Don't only for use that option for TDS, use for GST also. Okay, TDS. Now Tally is asking me from which period you are going to consider all vouchers. So I am telling him from 1st April to 31st May, consider my all bills, all TDS payable amounts for this Challan. So deducted till date 31st May. Yes, it is asking for section which is 194C. Here is the one note for you all. Suppose payment done for 194C, 194J or 194H, whatever, but there is now portability for all deductees. You can adjust any payment against any clause. Previously, before 2-3 years ago, it was not possible. You have to make payment for 194C separately, 194J separately, and you cannot adjust this Challan against this section, different sections. Okay, so now it is possible. So 194C I can select here. Then payment to contractor. Again, that noted is there. Company and non-company payment, you have to make different payments. Okay, so Tally have that capacity. You can set here all items. Tally will create automatically 2 Challans. Don't worry. Previously, it was there in old systems that you have to select your first company, then non-company. Now you can select here all items. There are some deductees having company level. There are some deductees having proprietary levels. So NRI and regular resident, which one you want to select? That is also available for all items. Okay. So I know that no NRI in my company. So I can select here resident. So how you are going to pay, cash or bank? So I am not creating any bank here to save time. So I am selecting here cash. See the magic again. TDS is deducted for non-company at the one side. TDS is deducted, paid for company at the other side. Automatically done by Tally. So you can put here narration, pass entry. Just I am going to page up. See, details are gone. In F12, if you can set yes, then it will be showing. Control P and preview. This is again third magic of Tally. That Challan is ready. Assessment area is there. That Challan number is 281, and there is a flag. See here, and the flag is for deductee, not for deductors. There are many confusions in accountants' minds that they are saying this is I am company. No, it is not for you. It is saying that deductee, which is deductee, company or non-company. Okay, it is not for deductor. Then see here, payment is in proper box, 1,740. And on next page, see, this is the second page. The tick box is here, check box is here. That is company deductee, 12,000. Okay. And the counter file is there. But that Challan is not now directly useful because Challans are now online. You have to pay from net banking. Okay, that was the old system. You have to give Challan to bank, treasury account. Then they are going to put their stamp on that counter file, and you have to check on which date TDC is received by to the government. Okay, then here I am putting accept and save. Now, because of time, I have to just make some concise. See here, display statute report. Just only we have done payments. Still 26Q preparation is pending. So I have to first finish it. See. Okay. Let's assume. So I can put here yes, no, and that is we can avoid. Okay, that is not payable. Okay, don't worry. Now see here. Okay, I have one series also for TDS part 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't worry, I can share it. Here, first is error related. Second is your all clauses. Third is your payment detail, and below that, the payment is payable or not payable. See, the balance payable is still 14,015. Means you have deducted and not paid to the government. But we know we paid it. Then why it is not considering here? That is an interesting question again. Once we paid, it should be 0 here. But please note, you are deducting TDS, you are going to pay TDS. How should government believe on that? How NSDL department is going to say that payment is received? So that is in your hands. You can put any date. So please mention you have to reconcile your payment first. It is not a bank reconciliation. It is reconciliation with you and your NSDL department. See, before 26Q, there is option Challan reconciliation. Enter it. Give your period, 1st April to 30 June. Tally will show you payments. See, we done only one entry, but it is company and non-company. There are 2 entries automatically done internally. Voucher entry is single, but company non-company is there. Select here, and right side button is there, reconcile. Now take your Challan in your hands directly, which is on your portal. See, one Challan I have given here for demo. See, this is the Challan, real Challan. Those people are not having any practice for TDS. They can see here. After paying to the government, there is a SIN number, Challan identification number. That is SIN number. Okay, that SIN number is always with BSR code, date when payment is received, and serial number. So that serial number must be there. Okay, so you have to put this information here. You can see check number 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Check date. Let's take 7th. BSR code. Suppose you just only put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tell you show one error. That BSR code should be at 7 digit. So I can take from here. See, This is BSR code. BSR code is always 7-digit code. Okay, so paste. Challan number. Let's take 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. Okay, so I can just save in time. Again, check number, date, SIN number, and date. What is the meaning of this reconciliation? The meaning of this reconciliation is on NSDL portal, there is a Challan verification system. Means no one can say, I paid, my responsibility is done. If that payment is not reached to that person, that government treasury account, then it is considered as unpaid. Okay, so now see in 26Q. Now the one count was there, which is now moved to here. And see here, payment to contractors is done. And now see total paid and balance payable is 0. What happens if late payment is there? Let's alter that entry. Okay, I can enter from here. Oh, sorry, just a minute. By mistake, and I have given multiple commands. Just wait. Again, we are going to open the data. Even I can share data also. Don't worry. Yes, display account book, cash book. I want to just enter that, alter that master entry. Suppose late payment is there. Okay, so creating a late fee ledger. It is indirect expenditure. Okay, TDS is not applicable for that again. And once you created a ledger, Tally is asking you if that payment is done from autofill, that concept. Then here you can select interest, late fee, other penalty, whatever. So I can see here late fee. Late fee is applicable for return filing by late. Interest is applicable for payment of interest after due date. Okay, so I can take here as interest, no problem. So let's take 250 rupees charge. And it is a demo example. So not exactly taken. Display statute report and first quarter to 32. See here what happens. So that penalty or fine or interest is not considered for a principal payment of TDS. Principal payment of TDS is only 14,015, not 250. That is paid by you, but it is not for TDS account. It is goes to government like a penalty or late fee or whatever here. See here, given is there. Till here, first we are going to create a 26Q because it's already 411. So I have to give some time for question answers. Okay. So here in export, there is an export option. In export option. See, e-return tab is currently not available. Why not available? Because return is prepared, but no one is saved it. You have to save return. Right side button is there. Save return. First you have to save it. Tally is asking, yes, you want to save. Yes. And again, see, that is saved return. Okay. Now you can see in export. See here, quarter I have to select here 1st April to 30th June. And in export tab, e-return is activated. Now press e-return, click. Tally is asking you where you want to put the data. So I am selecting my path. That file will be created as tally.txt. Date when you are going to create, yes, on 1st July, no problem. You can put here on 1st March. Tally is asking you whether previous returns are uploaded. If you set here yes, then you have to give token number here. That file when you uploading to traces or NSDL department, then token number will be given. Okay, that is a reset acknowledgement. So I am putting here no. This is my first return. Again, Tally asking you, see here, means why it is asking, see, first read that. Validate exported a file with NSDL file validation utility before submitting the data. Why? Because you are preparing return, you are paying amount, you are reconciling itself. Nothing is validated by government. So press here send. And that's your TDS return is ready. See, this is your 26Q. That is the first part of your 26Q, which is created by your Tally system. This is directly ready to upload on government portal, but with validation, because Challan details are fake. We done fake details. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, like that. So it will not upload it directly. Error will be shown. So first, your Challans and your this data, it has been actually correlated. That is facility given by government. So here, one original return I am putting to show that is the same also. See, that is prepared from Win1. Okay, Win1 software, and it is prepared from Tally. Everything is same. Next scenario, I think it will be not sit in my time frame. Let's take one slightly fast. Suppose after return filing, display statutory report TDS returns 26Q. Okay, here is the return transaction book, and you can see here the return is revised or original or saved. That is maintained by Tally. Is modified? No. See here, is modified? No. I am taking one scenario only. I am just modifying one sales purchase entry. Okay. For April, I am modifying one entry. Any one entry. Like 35,000, I am putting here 34,000. So TDS will be automatically refreshed. Okay. So anything done, created, altered, or cancelled by user, which will be considered here. Say at the top of return, the return values might be changed. Okay, so what is changed? Modified or masters modified or vouchers modified? So vouchers modified. Enter. So what is done by user? New vouchers not created. Altered is done. Delete is not done. Cancel not done. So what is altered? So whatever is there, if I want to just recalculate my return, this is my only return. So right side is the button, recompute, Alt W. If I press Alt W, then only Tally is considering that return in my, that changes in my return. And then again, you can upload revise return or override the return. So here, right side, override option is there. Override means return is prepared but not uploaded to government side. That is override. Return prepared, uploaded to government side, and then modification done. That is called as revise return. So right below that button is there, save as revise. See, override and save as revise. So save as revise, I can do here, yes, that is revised. And in return transaction book, okay, again I have to save. So now the forum is open for question and answers again. Anyone can ask now questions, no problem. So I have to again create, again everything should be mentioned, and again return is prepared. Okay. Just taken question answers, just a minute, from bottom to top. For the modified vouchers, the TDS amount is not, yes, not changed because it was in fraction only. Okay, only slightly amount changed. Okay, you can modify by a huge amount, 10,000, 2,000 or 5,000. Then TDS is not altered in the modified end. Yes, same. So I can show here. You can see here, display account book purchase register. You can take here any amount, like 44,000 is there. Okay, 55,000 is there. You can put here, suppose 50,000. Okay. Okay, just a minute. TDS 1%. Okay, that is 10,800. 10,000. Okay, so what happens? It is not refreshing, and amount whatever you are given, you have to just remove it and just enter it. I think which one you have? Yes, this one. Okay, you have to just remove it. Control D, and again you have to select a TDS. That will be refreshed, and amount is slightly. That was not a big amount. So then, hi sir, can you please repeat how to validate? Okay, with Tally directly. How to validate Tally directly? We can take in directly. You can unmute it. When we generate a return, the section details of the party name and Challan. Yes, sorry, that was mistakenly skip. Display statute report TDS 26Q, and we can see here. See, if I go in this window, here I can see change category wise, that is section wise, enter party wise. Okay, and here I can press somewhere. There is an option show with party name. Just a minute. See here, show PAN number. Show PAN number and detail. See here. So PAN is not displaying. That was someone asking here. So F12 is there and you can show PAN. But party name is not demanded by department and it is not uploaded even in your file also. Then when we generate e-return, yes, e-return, the section details of Challan are not being generated, not required, not required. That is considered by Tally itself. Section wise return filing is not there. Please mention. Please note in your notes. Section wise, it is not required. Like 194C return is different. 194C return is different, not required. 26Q will be considered all TDS rather than other than salary. If salary is there, it will be 24Q. Okay, can I club payments to all deductee in one Challan? Yes, as it is allowed. Is it okay? Yes, no problem. How to configure the same in Tally? Can I club payments to all deductee? See, not club. You can say you not required to make payments for different sections, for different vouchers. Not required. You can use a single voucher for multiple Challans, multiple sections. In low deduction certificate, there is a limit like up to 1 lakh. You have to deduct the TDS at 50% after the crossing limit. TDS to be deducted at normal rate. So where will be how? Yes, good question. So there is a facility. Okay. See here in a zero rated or lower rate. Just a minute. That party I have to see. Yes, this party. I have to alter that party and I can show you where you can modify it. See, in the advanced tab, here, there is option. See, here you can put multiple options. Means you are selecting here, just a minute. You are selecting here second category. Create different categories for low deduction and like you are seeing for 1 lakh. Okay. So different categories you can create in a party. And same party with different category, you can even modify in Tally. So that will be, I think that will be some confusing part. So I'm not taking that maximum, but let's show you here. There is an option in Tally. Even though you are configured there, you can select modify tax detail for TDS here, like GST. And now see what happens. Tally will asking you which category you are going to put here. So maybe you are asking about that category you can choose here as per your demand. Till that limit is crossed, you can select a second category, and after that limit you can select your lower deduction category. Okay, that is choice in your hands. For that you have to press F12 and select here modified titles about GST, TDS. Okay, normally it is no. Suppose a party having multiple incomes from you, like he's a consultant, he is also labor contract provider, or he's also providing security charges. Okay, so you can mention here multiple categories by that way. Same party with multiple tax category. Oh, there are 33 plus questions.
So actually, I think you have been answering quite a number of questions, but you did not mark them answered.
Oh, sorry. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
so
yes.
that is why it shows.
Yeah. What is going to happen with deductible amount?
So I think could you move to the topmost? I think it's by Himanshu Chaudhary. Is that answered?
Just a minute. So, now you can actually ask for unmute also. Anyone one by one.
So if, for instance, I thought we could answer.
Yeah, how to reverse TDS? How to reverse TDS? Yeah, that is Himanshu Chaudhary on credit note. Okay. So actually, what happens? Because of time, I am not able to take all these scenarios, but there are scenarios you can reverse TDS, but it is not your liability. You have to just select your TDS, and please mention here. I am showing you a trick for that logic. Here is a voucher in F7. Okay, there is a just a minute. There is an option for statutory adjustment option is there. Okay, and then okay, nice. That was for GST, a reversal of GST. But you are asking for reversal of TDS. So once you are deducted TDS and credit note is there. No, that is wrong. Once you have done something and TDS is deducted, that is your liability to pay to the government. Before that return filing or payment of TDS, if that credit note is there, you can directly pass one directly reversal entry, JV entry. That is okay. And Tally is asking you assessable value there. You can put your assessable value and put your entry. That is considered for your return. Don't worry. But you have to mention TDS manually in credit note in that case. That is reversed. Don't worry. But after return filing, if it is credit note, then don't reverse it. You have to reverse before return filing or Challan payment. Just a minute. Then.
So I have unmuted. I think Sarvina ji, you have a question.
Yes.
So in case a higher amount is paid in any of the challans for quarter 1, so 2000 is still balance for the challan that was paid in quarter 1, and now that has to be adjusted for the TDSs in quarter 2. So can you just show one entry for advanced TDS?
No, actually what happens when you are going to pay to the government system, see there are some deductors also, they are knowingly paying excess TDS to government first, because of to avoid late payments and these types of adjustments. But it is your advance payment to government, that is like a self-assessment tax. But you have to adjust this in your TDS return filing utility, not in Tally. Because once payment is done, Tally will ask you for which quarter, which amount you are going to consider. But at the time of return filing, it is considered. Suppose you paid in advance rupees 1 lakh, and there is a liability by department of 20,000 rupees only. Okay, so you have to pay 20,000 separately from the point of government view. So government is not going to consider your balance for auto adjustments. You have to mention your Challan number there, and then automatically adjust.
In case of a challan,
in case of Challan.
In case of a challan where I'm reconciling my challan, And if after the reconciliation, I have only adjusted 3 payments and one payment is, instead of making it in quarter 1, the payment went to quarter 2.
Yeah, that is
And
possible.
the TDS amount is done.
That is
So then
possible.
can I adjust, if the balance is pending in my Challan, can I adjust quarter 1 paid TDS in quarter 2
Yes,
payments?
yes,
So
definitely.
basically, where should I park that amount?
Yeah.
So can you show one journal entry where it can be picked again for the second quarter?
Yes. No, not required to pass any journal entries. That your balance will be there. See, when you are putting cursor on your journal reconciliation system, see here, first step will do, now it is reconciled. So it will be not showing here. Show all, you have to press here. And see here, Tally is asking you for which quarter you are doing this challenge. See here, I am putting here reconcile. So Tally is given you option here. Payment is done by 7 June. But you can put here, only use this Challan for 1st September to 31st December. Like that.
Correct.
So that is option given by Tally, don't worry. But don't use any JV or any transfer entry. Payment is still there only. You have to put here
when
period.
I'm generating 26Q, generating 26Q, it will only take that much balance and the remaining balance will still show in the Challan.
Correct. You can enter here. You can enter here period, and that period considered for this Challan only. This Challan is considered for September to December, but you cannot divide your Challan in 2 ways. Better you can divide, make separate entries. Means suppose 1 lakh advance, 20,000 is for quarter 1, 80,000 is remaining. So alter that entry, make 2 different payments, 20,000 different and 80,000 different, and put that 80,000 entry. Even though it is on April, you can put here for September or December or January month. So that will be carry forward to your next.
Will I be able to use the same Challan number for 2 different quarters?
Yes. One Challan you can use for whole year at any time.
In the file that I see.
No problem.
When the Tally TXT file is saved, then there will be no error. If I use the same Challan details for 2 separate quarters.
No any error, no any single error.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Still anyone?
Yes, I have a query regarding the line exempt for in case of pen available. No. We had mentioned for transport, but we have calculated some TDS on that line.
Yeah. Here.
So why we have calculated?
So because of I am taking it as a normal person. See here. Here what happens in entry? I know it. Just a minute. Transport. Yeah, I think. Yeah, this one. No? So
even though the PAN number is there.
Yes. So
default it is exempted, no?
Default it is exempted, but so here I have to mention here. See here, sorry. Payment to transporter, and here. Ignore in case of configure nature of payment, it is not required actually. Save. Okay. And I can put here modify details for TDS. See here.
Now you mentioned the SSS value 165.
1,65,000.
But by default it is exempted. So where we can put the TDS then?
What happens? It is actually it is reported only. It should not be paid or it should not be deducted. But you have to report.
I have to report it also.
Yeah, actually, in case of transportation, there are some additional informations here. You have to say that transporter is low, which category, that 10 vehicles available or more than 10 vehicles available. And these types of settings are not available here. See here in details, more details.
No. See, I am not a the transporter, basically.
See, wait.
He will take your transporter services, okay?
Ah.
So anyway, the transporter will give that.
Yes,
we are deducting TDS for it. Okay, 1% TDS we are deducting. Okay. Now suppose we have not deducted for 9 months. Can we deduct it only for 1 quarter, partially, or how it is?
No, see, first thing is here, see, in more details, whatever chart was there in vertical, now it is horizontal. See, here is the option. You can set here, if it is transporter category, yes. And you can set here, yes, it is zero rated. Why it is? Because it is in lieu of pen. Okay. So if that case is there, then you have to set here zero rated. First one. Clear? And now what happens? Suppose I am putting here. So again, I have to refresh. And that type of settings here, actually, these are amended after some, I think, before 1 or 2 years. Okay. And here it is zero rated. It should not be considered 1000 also. Even it is not also to be deducted. Okay. That is a question. Huh?
Yeah, because the amount should not come 1650.
It should not be considered here. And it should be taking in report how it is considered. Clear?
So I think so. We already it's 4:37.
You can take it offline, madam, sir.
Yes. I can show you.
I just
sorry.
Yeah. But my understanding the amount will be always zero only.
Yes. Amount will be zero only. Yes.
Yeah, because here we have taken 1650 now.
Yeah.
So balance deductible won't be there.
Yeah.
The tax won't be there. JV also will not be there for the TDS.
Yes.
One thing. And I have one more query, sir.
Yeah.
Regarding the 10 number to be taken for a proprietor, even though he has a turnover below 5 crores, okay? But the single party, the turnover is more than 50 lakhs. What happens?
See, if 10 number is not there, okay, no question for TDS deduction and collection. First thing. Even though party limit is crossed or not crossed, it doesn't matter.
No, but 10 number is to be mandatory, no? But if it crosses 50 lakhs.
So that question was again asked by someone in the chat, that what happens? So in that case, that is not a regular TDS. That is TDS for other than goods, what is specified. That is new TDS from July, I think 21.
Yeah, I got it.
So that TDS is differ from this TDS. Return is same, but the logic behind that is 50 lakhs collection or sale for that party. And in that case, you have to take your particular 10 number. And if 10 is available, you have to deduct TDS, you have to pay to the government. That same process.
If the 10 has not been taken, so the buyer party deducts the TDS, basically.
Yeah, correct.
So it is okay if the...
Okay. Yes.
If we don't take that 10 number.
Yes, that is okay, because it is not required to collect TCS. In TCS, it is contra entry as a TDS. They are deducting TDS. If you are charging in sale bill, it is TCS. But if you are not having any 10 number, that reverse next party is going to deduct TDS. Okay. So not required to again you have to deduct TDS and take 10 number. If
we cannot deduct TDS unless we have a 10 number. Okay.
Yeah, correct. That is the important. So not required to take even 10 number if party is ready to pay deduct your TDS.
That's okay, but the turnover, there is some limits for turnover, no?
Yeah, 50 lakh, no problem. But party is ready.
No. Unless you have a turnover of 5 crores or something like that, no?
Yes. But again, the question is there. 5 CR turnover is available or not, it is not required. You are deducting TDS, TCS, it is not required. If party is ready to pay TDS on that bill, so no risk, no any issue for us. Don't worry.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. Madam. Anyone wants to ask any questions? Yeah, please. Yes.
So I think first should we take एक बार ये Q&A का एक last question by Himanshu Chaudhary, if you can see.
Understand that reversal if has been before your return is filed. Okay. Okay. But how to adjust that credit note? No. So you can take that offline also, because what happens, it will take time to, I can show you credit note and how it is adjusted. So again, credit note is also available for TDS. So don't worry, but that will take some time, and we have some short of time.
Okay, sir.
So
and
again,
next is, have we covered this FVU generation?
So FU generation is actually out of Tally part. So it is easy to understand. You can just search on net, and my video is there. You can see my channel. I can put in chat box also. And on that, I am showing how you are going to NSDL portal and how you are going to validate your return also. So time constraint is there. So I am putting here just in chat box my channel. So we cannot take multiple topics on same, multiple sessions on same topic.
Okay, so next question by Bidyut Bhattacharya. What is going to happen with the deductible amount in 26Q?
Yeah, correct. That is the question. We have answered it first, but please understand.
Okay, if it is answered, then I think it would be.
But please note that if a deductible amount is there, you can directly put right side button is there, TDS deduction. Click there, put your dates, whatever date, suppose you want to on 31st July. Okay, sorry, 1st July is the voucher date. Last backside is the 1st July, and you can put here, and just you can pass, and again same process is repeated. So TDS deductible means it is a short deduction, or it is non-deduction, or it is something problem is there. You have to deduct your TDS. Yeah.
The next question, can we do revised return on Tally?
No. So revised return is required. FU file which is created by Tally, no issue. See here. See here. I can save as override or revise, and FU file will be generated. But for revised return, you have to download original return from NSDL portal, and then again you have to recompute and then upload. So Tally is not here going to say revised return can prepare from portal. Directly it is created like we have created one FU file this way. So that file will be generated. But in revised return, there is no facility to directly upload a fresh return. You have to download the previous return. You have to edit informations, or you have to change informations, and you can modify, upload that return. That is the facility. So revised return you cannot directly prepare from Tally.
Okay, from Mr. Shekhar, how to pass TDS entry in case of provisional audit fees? What about
okay, so again I am suggesting you that provisions are also a best question, but it is taken slightly late. That again in that fourth video I showing that how to mention, say like audit fee account debit to audit fee payable account, and you want to deduct TDS. Okay, so that is also available in same way. You have to just pass entries and map your TDS ledgers, nothing else. Okay, same entry, you can watch that in my video, or you can ask me personally also.
What will happen if setting is done, say after passing entries for 6 months in the middle of year?
Yes, that was the best question I told, and I'm
okay, this is covered.
Yeah, yes, I can given this task to all participants. You can directly do this in your current data, copy paste your data and do this, and just rewrite your data. That was the trick only. Data rewrite, once it is rewritten, all parameters of TDS settings we have done will be considered for your all data. But this is the way I am suggesting. That is not the way of Tally given that go and alter each and review entry. That is the way given by Tally. Okay, so, but again one note is there. Suppose a party having 20 bills, TDS is not configured. Today you are going to make 21st bill. That was TDS configured. So just go at previous entries, open and control A, open and control A. Just save all vouchers and just pass your 21st entries, last entry. That will be considered all data. Don't worry. Next.
Okay. Let us know if any debit note which is not relevant to contractor. What is the process for this scenario?
any debit note not relevant with contractor. Okay, so you can put there TDS is not applicable. In voucher, I am showing you already. So in voucher, you can say here, I don't want any TDS. Okay. So that is very easy. See here, sit here, yes, advance entries, yes. And once it is going on debit note, here you can put here not applicable. Means what happens? It is not considered for your TDS any category. That is more maybe other debit note, material given or whatever. Okay. So that is the option. You can sit here, not applicable.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Anirudh.
This TDS concept is little bit complicated. Can you share this video on the group?
Yeah, that video will be shared by Tally company itself on portal.
So this video will be uploaded in a day or two in our CA community portal, also in our YouTube channel under the channel, the series of Tally CA Connect.
Tally knowledge session is there.
No, it's Tally CA Connect, sir, I think.
Okay, sorry, Tally CA Connects. Yeah.
Okay, madam.
And also I've given the link in the chat box of the community.solutions webinars. So that is the page where you get the upcoming webinar details. Also, all the videos of the previously taken CA Connect videos.
Okay, madam.
Yeah.
Actually,
thank you, madam.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, what he says is actually correct. TDS is not that much you can understand in 1.5 hours.
Session. So many sections.
So we are trying to take in concise level. Mostly it is compressed and zipped up.
Yeah, I could see in the Q&A somebody's asking for 24 Q sessions.
So just take it in Q.
Yeah, I think, sir, we have answered most of the questions. I think you should take a break and drink some water. You've been talking for 2 hours continuous. Thank you so much, Rajendra, sir. As always, your session has the most overwhelming response and so interactive.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I will now end the session. I'll make... Yes, Mr. Andrew? Yeah.
This session was so much useful that we do not know how to direct calculate TDS 26Q in Tally. So this session was so much useful.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the testimonial. So this is what I've been saying from the beginning, that we all are TallyPrime users, but we do not know how to use all the features effectively. And for that, we have experts like Rajendra, sir, to make our task easier. Yes. Thank you, Rajendra, sir. On this note, I will now conclude the session.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, madam.